What did your child write in their school assignment that made the teacher call you immediately? My dad has a secret family in Ohio. I was in the middle of a client meeting when my phone buzzed with the school's number. I excused myself, expecting the usual. Maybe Lily had a fever or forgot her lunch again. Instead, Mrs. Patel, my daughter's 4th grade teacher, spoke in that carefully neutral tone teachers use when something's very wrong. Mr. Collins, I'm calling about Lily's family tree project. There's something unusual in it that I thought we should discuss. She's written that you have, and I quote, a secret family in Ohio with 2 boys named Jake and Tyler. She's drawn them into her family tree with dotted lines and labeled them my half-brothers that I'm not supposed to know about. I nearly dropped my phone. She wrote, what? I understand this might be a sensitive family matter, Mrs. Patel continued carefully, but school policy requires me to follow up on anything that might indicate a child is processing complex family dynamics. There's no secret family, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. I've never even lived in Ohio. There was a pause. I see. Perhaps you could come in this afternoon. Lily seems quite convinced. I drove straight to the school, my mind spinning. Where had Lily gotten this idea? My ex-wife and I had divorced when Lily was 3, but our split had been amicable. I'd never given her any reason to think I was hiding anything. Mrs. Patel handed me Lily's project when I arrived. There it was, in my 9-year-old's careful handwriting, a detailed family tree with a branch extending to Dad's secret family. She'd drawn 2 stick-figure boys with baseball caps and written their ages, Jake, 7, and Tyler, 5. Lily, can you tell your dad what you told me about your project? Mrs. Patel asked gently. My daughter looked up at me, her expression a mix of defiance and uncertainty. It's okay, Dad. I know we're not supposed to talk about them. Honey, there is no secret family, I said, kneeling to her level. Where did you get that idea? I heard you and Uncle Rob talking at the barbecue. You said you had 2 little guys in Cincinnati and that Mom would hit the roof if she knew. The conversation came back to me in a flash. Rob and I had been discussing a business investment, a small tech startup in Cincinnati with 2 young founders. I'd put money into their company without telling my ex-wife because we'd argued about my risky investments during our marriage. And then, Lily continued, I found the pictures on your phone when I was playing games. What pictures? Of the boys, in your email folder. I remembered now. The founders had sent photos of themselves at their office launch, which I'd saved to show Rob. They were indeed young, early 20s, but with boyish faces. And you're always going on business trips, Lily added, her voice getting smaller. Mom says you work too much, but I thought maybe you were visiting them. The pieces fell into place. From a child's perspective, it all made perfect sense. Mrs. Patel excused herself, and I sat with Lily to explain. I showed her the actual emails from the startup founders, clarified what Rob and I had really been discussing, and promised her there were no secret brothers. Are you disappointed? I asked, noticing her fallen expression. She nodded slightly. I always wanted brothers. On the drive home, I called my ex-wife to explain the situation. After her initial shock, she laughed until she cried. Only our daughter would construct an entire secret family from overheard conversations, she said. That evening, Lily and I redid her family tree together. As she erased the dotted lines to her imaginary half-brothers, she looked up at me. Dad, do you ever wish you had more kids? The question caught me off guard. Since the divorce, I'd never seriously considered having more children. Sometimes, I admitted. Would that be okay with you? She thought for a moment. As long as they're not a secret. We've had many conversations since then about family, honesty, and how children sometimes misinterpret adult conversations. I'm more careful about what I say around her now. Lily got an A on her corrected family tree. Mrs. Patel told me later it was the most memorable project she'd received in 15 years of teaching. And I've learned that children are always listening, always connecting dots, even when those connections lead to secret families in Cincinnati.